Due to the Department of Education's advice, many universities have made changes. This year, most universities are going to offer students a blended learning experience where students will be able to receive a mixture of online and on-campus learning. With this being said, I think this is really, really good, especially for activities like lectures. If they were available online, that would be good because you're with a bunch of different people. Sometimes it can be up to 100 people in a lecture hall and quite compact. And obviously that's dangerous for the virus. So in that sense, it's really, really, really good. But I understand you can get similar experiences with online universities like the Open University, for example, where you still can meet students from your course and study with them through conference calls and things like this anyway. So I understand that it is a similar experience. And with the Open Universities, it is a lot cheaper because tuition this year is still over £9,000, which is expensive, but student finance is still available. So do look into student finance. But for now, I think this is a good way to tackle the issue as you're still kind of getting the university experience, be able to go on campus. Perhaps you'll be in small groups, but you'll still be able to do that. But it's just adapted slightly for your safety. The University of Manchester will be offering a blended experience. They say in semester 1, large lectures will be delivered online in a virtual space. They say lectures will be able to be rewatched whenever the student wishes. They'll also be doing seminars, tutorial, practicals and other teaching activities on campus. But exactly how that works will depend on the government's advice on social distancing at that time. I definitely think the video lectures is a good idea because no word of a lie. You can get people snoring next to you. You can get people speaking next to you like really loud, just having a full-blown conversation. And you're trying to listen to the lecture, but even they at sometimes talk really fast and what they're saying is not on the slides, which sometimes available online, sometimes not. So you've got to quickly try to take your notes. So for the fact that that's available online for that university, I think that's really good. So like they say, you can play it whenever you want. And if you missed bits, you can go back to it. So I think that's a good idea. A majority of universities as well will be monitoring the pandemic and the latest advice from Public Health England. They'll be doing things like sanitising stations, one-way systems, limited number of people that are actually on campus. A university that is doing this is the University of Bedfordshire. They plan to enhance cleaning programmes across the campus. They will have sanitising stations and thermal imaging sensors and things like student marshals as well. Also, Anglia Ruskin will be doing something similar in that they'll be introducing one-way systems into their campuses. They'll also be increasing the cleaner regimen, changing the layout of classrooms and other specialist learning spaces such as workshops and science labs to comply with social distancing, offering grab-and-go options at their catering outlets and using cashless payments. So with all this being said, I honestly wouldn't worry about going to university as it seems like they are doing as much as they can to make it as safe as possible. I mean, I would personally check with the university what changes they're made or just check on their website just to put your mind at rest, as all the universities seem to be doing things differently. But if you're wondering what's going on with freshers in terms of nights out, doesn't seem like that's going to be happening as of the moment due to the nightclubs being closed. So that doesn't seem like that will be happening. If you're wondering what's going on with Freshers Week as a whole, it seems that some universities have changed that into a induction and welcome week where they'll be either offering on-campus or online activities or at sometimes both. And a university that is doing this is the University of Manchester. They say they will be planning an extended enhanced period of induction, welcome and development activities, which will also be available online for those who are unable to join them on campus. Other universities that are also doing things online is the University of Bristol, who say that during their first week, they'll be offering online induction activities that will be delivered on demand and flexible. Now, it may not be the Freshers Week that you may have heard about, but they're still doing things to welcome new students. And you want to be welcomed because it's a new experience. It can be scary and daunting at times, and you want to feel relaxed and be able to make friends at ease. So I would just check with your university what they're doing to welcome you, so you feel a bit more relaxed about that. And just get involved, and hopefully you'll be able to make friends that way. Also, you'll also be able to make friends within your accommodation if you are living in student accommodation this year. And I know that some universities are doing a bubble system with this as well, in that you'll have flatmates from similar courses. So, for example, if you were studying media production, you might have flatmates that are doing performing arts, and normally with those kind of subjects they would also share lectures. So not only would you be living together, but you would also perhaps share lectures together, so you'll be able to help each other out sort of thing and bond that way because you'll be doing similar courses. And a university that's doing exactly as I said is Staffordshire University. They say that they will be allocated accommodation to students undertaking similar courses to create protective households or bubbles to help foster a supported learning community, which I think is really good. So again, I would just check with your accommodation and university in what's going on with accommodations and how they're keeping safe with that. If you are living in accommodations this year and you're afraid of the virus, then the government's advice is if someone shows signs of the virus, i.e. your flatmate or yourself, symptoms would be a high temperature and continuous cough that hasn't been there before. Then they say that you would have to self-isolate for 14 days and that students should discuss this with their university or college and their manager of their halls or landlord as well, and as well if your flatmates, because you would need to self-isolate. But now tests are available for the public. So if you are displaying symptoms of the virus, you can get tested and book a test online on the government website. I can leave a link in the description. Also, if you haven't got access to the internet, then you can call the NHS at 119.